$WARD nigga. NAYIMED.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Nayim. I am your host. Today, can we just keep it fucking real for a second? I hate the conspiracy. I hate the everlasting nonsense because this shit with King Von is being deliberately done. They're not doing this for good merit. And I'm saying they because I'm talking about the police. I'm talking about the goddamn record label. I'm talking about anybody that plays a part in putting any information out about the dead serial killer that rappers just love so much. Rap's favorite serial killer. Whatever the fuck, right? Number one, the police department, the FBI, whoever the fuck is in charge of solving King Von's alleged murders or whatever, they're putting this information out to continue to stir up drama in the street. They're not putting this information out because they're good people. We just want to solve the crime. We just want to clean up Chicago and put a goddamn cape on and we're going to rebuild Cabrini and all type. They're not doing none of that for that. They're putting it out because they know what they're doing, because they want to continue to stir up drama, stir up beef, more people going to jail, more people fucking killing each other and going to prison, more get back gang activity, more shit like that. Don't ever think that this is because they give a fuck about Durk. They give a fuck about anybody who's died on either side. They give a fuck about them families. They don't give a fuck about them people. Because if they gave a fuck about them people wouldn't be in this situation that they're in right now. Now, people or them say, he put 50, then he upped it and put 100, and then that's when them 5 niggas went down there in broad day. That's why they had to go. Look. Even if, or they say they did, who gives a fuck, right? But 100,000, so 5 people, 20,000 a piece in some moissanite necklaces or whatever, right? Who gave him the fucking money? This is what, like, why aren't we talking about the label giving him the money? They knew what he was gonna go do. Wasn't he signed to Durk? Through Empire or whatever the fuck, whatever. The label gave him the money. So is the label going to be held equally responsible for the hit that was put out? Because you can't just say, we gave him the money and we didn't know. Bro, you knew exactly. Do you listen to this nigga's music? You know what he's going to do. They already knew he did it. The label is trying. That's why, I don't want to get conspiratorial. I swear I don't. But like, how long is it going to be before Durk gets wrapped up in this situation for giving him the money or taking him to the money? Is Ghazi going to be held responsible for putting money in this nigga's hands? You're not going to tell me you knew what this nigga was about. You knew this nigga rapped about this shit, talked about this shit, lived this shit, was about this shit for real. And you didn't think that if you put any money in this nigga hand, he wasn't going to go take that money and commit a murder. I would argue that King Von, if you want to go all the way left with it, King Von was just a money laundering play anyway to get Duck the fuck out of here for Durk anyway. Like, to just completely dismantle a whole city and just completely tear down a gang, completely disrupt even more, not even disrupt because it was already disrupted, but more disruption within a city and its politics and all type of shit. Duck had the shit with Jay Prince and all type of shit. So, because my thing is, all this stuff ends up being connected in some way that they never come out and talk about. Nobody wanted, he was just such a super demon and he was so super this. Bro, that label knew what they was doing, giving him that money. And I wouldn't be surprised if Durk gave him that money and told them to go do that. Gave Von the money, told Von to go do XYZ. Because what kind of nigga is broke and gives his whole check to everybody else around? Durk was taking care of this nigga Von. Durk put the money in Von's hand and told everybody else, the lieutenants that was under Von, And under Durk, I guess. Because let's be real, Durk is the biggest from out there at this point. Chief Keef at one point, but Durk side, the BDs, 100% the people with the visibility. But like, he told him, go handle that business. And guess what they did? They waited till they got a drop and handled that business. And when they handled that business, they got their reward. The problem is niggas didn't anticipate you did something to somebody and that shit came back to you. They didn't think this nigga was gonna die or it was all good. Now everybody getting swept the fuck up. You know? Like nobody anticipated that part of it. Nobody told you about that part of the story. But it's just weird to me that how can you not see it? I thought we all understood that King Von and or Durk paid for that hit when the money went out initially, when the chains went out initially, when broke niggas was in the projects in Balenciaga. Like I just sometimes I feel like we out here by ourselves. And I'm talking about me and you. Like I feel like we out here by ourselves. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way people just felt like this was like, oh, like this is so shocking and so nigga, this shit ain't shocking. I said enough. I gotta go.
NAYIMEDWARD $, nigga. NAYIMED.